So this has been an interesting week. Now, first of all, to the Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak. Alhamdulillah, we're on our second week. Well, we're in the second 10 days, I should say. So alhamdulillah, we made it this far. Around this time is the time we tighten up. And speaking of tighten up, let me get into the subject of today's video. So there are two videos, there's actually three, okay? But two in particular I want to speak on. One video involves the video of the boxer Dean the Great, who got the taste slapped out of his mouth for disrespecting that bodybuilder's wife, for basically trying to come at his wife right in front of him. Okay, I can't remember the name of the bodybuilder, but point being, he tried to holler at his wife and basically said he didn't matter, that his wife was basically for the streets, essentially, right? Then there's another video of a man who is getting beaten up in front of his wife in front of their home, okay? Now, the irony of those two videos is Dean the Great is an actual boxer, okay? He's a real boxer. He's a streamer, and he's had a couple professional fights, but, you know, he crossed the line and got, you know, the shit slapped out of him, excuse my language. But the other video, which is more egregious, was the man who was getting beaten up in front of his house, outside of his house, in front of his wife, and he was crying and pleading for the man that was hurting him, that was punching all over him, to stop fighting him, stop hitting him. In both scenarios, in particular the latter, it's more evidence and more proof that we as men need to learn how to fight, okay? And it's not just the physical aspect of fighting, it's also the mental aspect of fighting. And the reason why this is important is because you never know when something might happen, okay? I was watching a video. It's a video on my personal playlist, my favorites playlist, of Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, who talked about the importance of having a martial spirit. And many of us this day and age, we don't have that. And we're not even trying to get that. We're not trying to obtain it. We're not trying to develop that for ourselves. We're not trying to develop even just a fighting spirit, okay? Many of us will fight only when necessary, but we don't prepare for the fight that's on the way. Because I don't know when the next time I'm going to get into a fight, or when I'm going to actually have to put hands on somebody. But it's best to be prepared to do that when the situation comes, as opposed to not being prepared to do that when the situation comes. And for some odd reason, we still have people who believe that, you know, being physically skilled to fight off another human being who's made the determination to hurt you, for some odd reason, we still feel like that's not necessary. I will never understand that, okay? It's like when it comes to religion and fighting, those two areas, people think that they know everything. In reality, they know nothing, okay? It's not my intention to make this a religious video. The intention is to stress the importance of preparing yourself for modern day combat. Another thing I want to talk about is how there are people who like to say that none of those things don't matter because people don't fight the way you fight, which is like the dumbest thing ever. No one should fight how another person fights. Actually, there's a video of a man, this is an old video of an instructor. His name is Roberto Sharp, okay? And he was being interviewed by one of his students. And one of his students asked him, does Styles win fights? Or is it more the person wins the fight? And Roberto Sharp said it's the person that wins the fight. So it's not the style you learn, it's what can you do with it, okay? No one cares what discipline, and in fact, outside the practicality of the discipline, it shouldn't matter what you learn, okay? All you gotta know is whether or not it's useful, okay? And we also, once again, need to stop concerning ourselves with what singular art is better than the other. If we're talking sport and how much money you can make, then obviously boxing is the best sport. No combat sport is better than boxing from a financial aspect. But you can't make an argument in favor of one fighting discipline over another, because in this day and age, it doesn't make sense. Even back in, how you doing, bro? Even back in the days when, even back in past generations, just forget back in the day, past generations, okay? And it don't matter what age or time we're talking about. When people got into a fight, they did whatever was necessary to eliminate the threat. It didn't matter if it was just one-on-one, one squad against another squad, a nation versus a nation. People knew and understood the importance of fighting acumen, okay? People knew and understand all of these things. It's like it's a broken record in this day and age that we still got to tell people that it's important for you to know how to throw hands. Not even just hands at that. Just to be able to use your body as a weapon against another human being. It just doesn't make any sense. But then again, when you look at the history and the nature of human beings, we tend to think ourselves as know-it-alls. You know, we can't be told anything. You know, Kanye West didn't just make a song called "You Can't Tell Me Nothing." Many people to this day and throughout history have lived that. And especially when it comes to fighting, we don't want to be told anything. We think our personal experience, like we really take account of the win-loss record that we have in every fight we've been in. No, we don't. If anything, you probably just remember the number of times you got your ass whooped, and there are probably significant victories that you had over other people. But keeping it a buck, most people don't remember every single fight they've been in, okay? Because most people don't remember everything they've been in their life. See, you gotta be ready. But the truth of the matter is, you can't dismiss the importance of a necessary skill, okay? If you live by yourself, you're not going to keep on ordering out, because at some point in time, you're going to lose money. So it's going to click in your head, I need to buy some food so I can cook it my damn self, okay? If you think you can heal yourself, you're going to come to the realization, yeah, maybe I can't heal myself. I'm going to have to go to the doctor. Period, point blank. You need someone to teach you, and more importantly, you just need to go out there and learn. And if you don't have the money to go to a class, to pay for a membership at a boxing gym or MMA gym, or learn jiu-jitsu, whatever art you want to learn, all arts you want to learn, and if we're being honest, MMA is actually the way to go if we're talking self-defense on a street level, okay? Or just outside of the octagon or whatever the case may be. It's better to be as equipped as possible than to just have one weapon and think you use it universally. But you want to be prepared, and you got to be capable of handling yourself in situations, you know, even when it happens spontaneously. You don't know when the fight is coming, which is all the reason why you need to prepare for it. There's no, like, honestly speaking, on my IG, and you can click the link to my IG on this channel. The one thing I will say to anybody, if they want to make an argument for not learning how to fight, is that there's no excuse that you can make for not knowing how to fight. There really isn't. You can't make any argument for not wanting to, well, not wanting to learn is one thing, but not needing to learn is asinine. So, the point of this video is real simple. Learn how to defend yourself, okay? If you can't find a direct teacher, you got videos on YouTube, okay? You can check my channel, hell, you can check other people's channels. But there's information out there that's teaching you. There are people out there that can teach you how to do something and how not to do something. And they break it down in detail. So you really have, like I said, no excuse not to know how to fight, okay? You can learn it directly or indirectly from people. From teachers, from instructors, from sensei, sifu, whatever terminology you want to use, someone can teach you how to avoid and prevent getting your ass whooped. That's my message for today. And I'll see y'all in the next video. You like it, subscribe to the channel, because as always, I got more coming. Until then, I'll see y'all. Peace.